So life isn't always a straight line. I mean, there's a maze right in front of us and our target is to figure out our way out. It only makes sense to me that we don't go in alone. So this is me stretching out my hand to you. So we figure out this thing called life together while we look up to God regardless. You are now listening to the Chida Onoha podcast. So the episode for today has been long pressing in my heart, if that makes any sense. It's something I've grown to learn, something I struggled with. I didn't even have an idea I was struggling with, but as of last year, I discovered that I was struggling with it, and then I discovered I had a problem actually last year, and then I learned from it. And this message is actually one that's been in my heart for the longest time to share. I thought of sharing it on Instagram in form of like a cute reel, like a voiceover reel or something. But I think I'm going to share it today on the podcast. So I feel like I've seen my life improve over time. I've watched myself evolve. And I think one thing I love about myself or my life is my growth process. I'm so happy like I'm not the same person I was the previous year, and there's growth somewhat, if that makes any sense, in my life, and that I do not take for granted. I'll call this episode Life of Abundance, or there's more to yourself. I have no idea, but something of that nature. But let me go. Something grand happened to me the beginning of last year. Not necessarily the biggest thing and everything, but something grand happened to me. I actually fell out of a relationship I was in. Not necessarily, we're not dating or something, but it was like a talking stage, yeah. So I fell out, and I had been in talking stage with this person for the longest time and it just, broke off. And the person was a good person, I don't know, I just keep saying the person is a good person. A lot of people are like, bro, you said that. My friends, I tell this story, they're like, it's okay, we know he's a good person. But I just say it's like the person, there was nothing, the person is not a bad person, do you get, and everything. And it just couldn't work out. Another thing I'm learning is there are good people in this life, but sometimes they are just not for you, if that makes any sense. Because I remember then thinking to myself, but this person is a good person. Why is this thing not working out? That's because it's not my person. So people can be good, but they are just not for you. It's a real thing. So I discovered, so when we finally broke off, it was a bit hard for me. I feel like, it was the best decision to have been made as at that time, honestly. And, I remember my mind playing tricks on me, because I know I say this a lot, but there's a whole world in my mind. But, it's reducing, honestly. With the knowledge of Christ, genuinely speaking, it's getting better. So I remember my mind playing tricks on me, saying oh, how on earth did you and this person break it off? Are you thinking, because the person was a good person, invested in me, you know how people, you're in a talking stage and they're really invested in you and stuff I do, I like to write, and just invested in your future and just making you the best version of yourself. So the person was, good and everything, but there are so little things I'm not going to mention on this podcast that just couldn't work, because there are little things that were that I know will turn to big things later on. So we broke it off. So I remember my mind playing tricks on me, you've ended a relationship with this person. Are you ever going to see somebody like this person? Or it will tell me things like, oh, you ended a relationship with this person. Even if did you even think you deserve this person? Like, they were just a lot of time. God gave you this person and then you broke it off. Stuff like that. And I remember at the time I was very, what's the word? It really got to me because my mind was really playing tricks on me that period. And I didn't even realize it was my mind. I was just thinking, these are the facts, these are the truths. And a part of me, so after some time, part of me was like, have we done the wrong thing, or have I done the wrong thing, And before that relationship ended, it was hard for me, yeah. But like a part of me knew that it was meant to be broken off, yeah. And I just know, in the midst of noise, there's this tiny voice that just tells you that you're on the right track, if that makes any sense. So that's how I know it like I know my name, that I'm on the right track. Do you understand? And, so I think God saw that endless struggle, battlefield of the mind. It was a lot for me last year, I can't even lie. And God gave me a word. I don't know if I should say the word because I don't know, it's so personal to me. I'm not going to say the word, but God gave me a word, and it was through a song. And I mean, previously I've heard God, I don't know how I hear God, but I hear God through somehow. Generally speaking, it's not like God is I hear come, go. I can't lie. But I just know when God is talking to me it's not a voice, it's just, I don't know how it is. I don't want to go into details because that's not what I'm talking about. But like, I remember I got a word through a song, and once I had that word for a long time. I didn't really understand what it was. I didn't really understand what God was trying to tell me. But when I finally realized why God gave me that word, I cried my eyeballs, because it just tells me or reminds me of a God that sees, and everything. And I'm not going to tell you the word, but I'm going to explain what it meant, just so you know, like, what this episode is about. God reminded me that I did not make myself. God reminded me that there's nothing on this earth, like, I can do 1,000,000,001 things, and like, his love covers all. Like, he doesn't need me to try to prove perfection. Like, he doesn't need me to want to, how you're trying to tell God that you're worthy. He doesn't need all that. He's able to give me the best thing. He's able to give me what I want out of my flawed nature. So a part of me started lying to myself that what if I didn't even deserve anything good, because I faltered some places. I'm not really the best person. I have small bad character and all that. And God reminds me, like, Chidera. And this is for the heart that thinks they are too far gone, or thinks they need to prove something to God to bless them, that feels they need to do so much or earn God's love. No, you don't. God's love is already given to you. Like, God's blessings, like, God doesn't bless you because of what you do. God is merciful. Like, how do I explain this? Oh my God, I don't know. Weekly I'm giving you people God podcast, but I'm sorry. God is merciful. I may not be able to, I don't know what it is, or you're not. God, how can I explain this thing in a way you understand? God doesn't need you to be perfect. God doesn't need you to show walk-ins. Like, God loves you and God blesses you. Like, there's so much more to your life. There's so much abundance. Like, God is able to give you the best things. And it's not a thing of, oh, you've done this, or you've done that. God is able to blow your mind. God is able to bless you. The word God gave me really pulled me out of my of a scarcity mindset. That's why I want to call this abundance. It pulled me out of a scarcity mindset, because I didn't even realize I had the scarcity mindset up until that year. And it might not just be in relationships, it might be in every area, different areas of my life. Be it I'm asking God, like, I'm just like, God, let me just reach 2K followers on Instagram, or God, just give me this, or God, just give me that, or like, do you understand? I literally had to deliver myself from a scarcity mindset, knowing that I am the daughter of a king and he owns everything and he's able to give me everything. So I don't know who I might be talking to. It's never too much for God. Like there's nothing like, oh God, can God do this for me? God can do a lot for you. Like, I need you to open your eyes. I need you to see the world. I need you to climb on top of your house and look at this world. God owns everything. He's able to give you more than your mind can comprehend. And yeah, like God is able to. I feel like sometimes we just need to remind ourselves, because sometimes we forget. I know we're like, oh yes, we live in abundance, but sometimes we forget that God owns everything and God is able to give you everything. Like, the world is literally your oyster. So just come out of scarcity. Like, come out of scarcity. There's so much more to yourself. There's so much more to your life. There's so much more with God. And I've held those words, like that. I'm not saying a particular word, but I've held those words so dear to me. And I'm deciding to share it to everybody. I never thought I would share this story because I don't know, but I'm just deciding to share it on my podcast. Yeah, that little one, I don't even know. Sometimes I feel like maybe the reason why things broke off was so God could give me this word. I don't know completely. I don't understand, and I don't understand why, because it happened, because he's a great person. Like, he's a really great person. And me, I'm a child of God. I know I get my own sometimes, but I know you understand. So, but like, maybe God just wanted to tell me this word. And generally speaking, I don't know if maybe later on in life we might meet, we might reconnect. But I just knew like our relationship for that time was not meant for that time. There's right person, wrong time, all this kind of thing. Or maybe it's not just not time. I don't know. But God knows my story. And I trust him more than ever. True and true. So yeah, that's the episode for today, guys. I need you to come out of scarcity. I need you to step into abundance, because God is able to give you the best things, and God cannot mismanage your life. I'm also learning that for anyone who feels they've lost opportunities, for anyone who feels like God has given them several chances and they've blown it off, I want you to know that God cannot mismanage your life. I want you to know that there's always a second chance with God. I want you to know that God is able to work out everything for your good. Because another thing, apart from that story, today I was doing a bit of reflection and I was almost moved to tears, because I feel like God has given me so many opportunities and I have thrown it away because I didn't know it was an opportunity, or like I didn't even know it was an opportunity, or I thought it was going to stick around for a long time. The opportunity is not going anywhere. Do you understand? Or those are the two things majorly. And I'm thinking back like, oh my God, this was an opportunity given me. Like, let's say I'm reflecting on my life in a particular area and I'm like, oh my God, this was an opportunity God gave me, but I didn't know. So I don't know who you are. I don't know who needs to hear this, but nothing they spoil for God's hand. Like, that's just the best way. This song, nothing they spoil for God's hand. Like, so far your life is in God's hands. Forget about the past. God is able to mold something better out of your life. Forget the years lost. God is able to restore the years the cankerworm has stolen. Like, God is able to restore. God will restore you, my God. Like, God will restore in such a way. Like, God, I'm so sorry, I'm saying God a lot, but yeah, I just hope you guys don't take my podcast as a Christian podcast. But like, yeah, this is Chidera spreading love and light in this wicked world, and this is my word. This is my word for today in these areas. I pray this episode blesses you, as it's blessed me, and I pray you stick around, So yeah, short episode. So yeah, thank you so much for coming to my pep talk. Yeah, so I just wanted to do something short today. Secondly, I'm thinking of doing podmas. I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm thinking of actually dropping episodes every week in December. I'm not so sure because my plan generally speaking was to get guests like, but the way my life is looking, I can't even like give you. I'm not sure, but yeah, no wahala. Anything you guys see, people should take me like that because I can't even explain how busy my life is right now, especially this 2 weeks. So, but anyhow, thank you so much for listening. See you in my next one. Bye. Thank you so much for connecting with the TCO brand. It's the Chidera Onoha on all social media platforms. See you there. Bye.